I have spent over 70 hours exploring the huge, insanely beautiful world of Crimson Desert. And as per usual, I am late to the party for this game. But the bonus of playing a game several months after its release is that by the time I start playing, the game-breaking bugs are usually fixed and additional content is beginning to be added. So let's get into this game's review. Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure game set in the fantasy world of Pywel. I would compare this game to the likeness of Red Dead Redemption 2 crossed with Skyrim. So if you're a fan of either of those two games, then I can tell you right now, you are not just going to enjoy this game, you are likely going to develop an unhealthy obsession, where hours of playing turn into days and all of a sudden you check your phone to see 100 missed calls and your family have filed you as a missing person. Before we dive any deeper, I just quickly want to add a couple disclaimers. Firstly, this video is not sponsored by anyone. These are my own thoughts and opinions. And secondly, I have not finished the game yet. If I'm being honest, I'm only halfway through. I've got 70 plus hours of gameplay, and I'm only halfway. This should provide some kind of a scale as to how expansive this game truly is. For this review, I'm going to split it into 5 categories: the world, the story, the pets, the fighting, and the playability. I'll give each category a rank from 1 to 10, and then combine them for an overall score. Starting with category 1, the world. Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush for this one. I'm ranking it a 10. The world map is huge. The scenery is absolutely stunning. There are multiple different biomes, forest, snow, desert. The world feels alive and vibrant with animals, birds, insects everywhere. NPCs chatting amongst each other. I've even heard NPCs talking about clues to certain missions in the game. There are these crazy cool towers and ruins to explore all across the map, as well as so many puzzles to solve. You can climb literally anything, which makes exploring even more fun. I personally love breaking into a random house and stealing their coin pouches and then walking out as if nothing happened. But I have also come across some creepy torture dungeons and just weird stuff. You can get lost for hours on end and always find more things to do without even touching the story missions. Which brings us to category 2, the story. As I mentioned earlier, I have not finished the game. The story is comprised of 12 chapters. Each chapter is compiled with missions which can range from 2 to up to 19 missions that must be completed before moving on to the next chapter. That doesn't include any of the faction missions, which is why I'll just describe it as the side quests. There are over 100, hence why I haven't finished the game yet. So we start the story playing as Kliff, a handsome, rugged brute. His tribe or clan or whatever gets attacked, and his mission is to find survivors, aka the Greymanes. And while doing this, he uncovers a more sinister threat. And with the help of his new spirit powers, he fights to basically free his people and defeat the evil, for the good of the realm, of course. So your basic hero revenge story. I know when the game first launched, people had issues with the difficulty of some of the bosses. Personally, I've had no issues and have found the story progression quite balanced. I've enjoyed the story cutscenes, I've had no trouble with boss difficulty, and I like that I can take the story missions at my own pace. I always have something to do outside of the main quest line, so I'm ranking the story an 8 out of 10. For the next category, we have the pets. This is one of my absolute favorite features of the game. Drop a comment down below what you think my ranking will be. So as of a week ago, we can tame over 60 different animals in Crimson Desert, which is not including the mounts. Aside from being cute, some of these creatures have different abilities to help you in your gameplay. When summoned, birds will help with farming, and cats and dogs and other little critters will gather loot for you. There are also 24 legendary animals that you can hunt for rare items, or some of these animals can now be tamed as rideable mounts. Have you ever dreamed of riding a tiger into battle? Well, in Crimson Desert you can. I have a very long list of these special mounts that I want to tame. A wolf is definitely at the top for me. Well, it was until the most recent update where we can now have a rideable dragon. It's safe to say that is going to be the next mount that I will be taming. Well, or raising might be a better description because from what I've read, I'm going to be a mother again. So yeah, pets is a 10. We are now at category 4, the fighting. The fighting mechanics in Crimson Desert are far from basic. And I'll be honest, I am still trying to memorize and learn these skills. I spent the first, I don't know, like probably 20 hours simply key bashing. I was hoping for a good outcome. I play on PC, by the way. Eventually, I learned certain key combos that did some pretty good damage, but then I had to learn how to integrate them with the spirit abilities. Imagine mixed martial arts combined with swords and magic. It can be a lot to figure out. But some of the fighting combos literally made my jaw drop, like I was gobsmacked. The only advice I can give is try to slow down your attacks, be more intentional. And if you're still in doubt, there's 2 solutions. Just keep on key bashing, or use nature's grasp to throw trees on people. I'm rating fighting a 7.5 out of 10. It's fun, but it's complex, and some of the key bindings are still a bit janky. Okay, the final category, the playability. I want to preference that this category is solely my own experience, and I am willing to bet that most other players probably didn't have the same issues that I did. Let's start with the positives. Crimson Desert is available to play on almost all platforms: PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Mac. It also recommends the use of a controller, but I chose to play with my keyboard and mouse, which was a personal choice. I'd also like to note that I've been playing this game on my very old PC, so the fact that it can run pretty well on a 10-year-old computer, well, that's a plus. Now for the negatives, which again is my experience and is probably caused by my out-of-date PC. Sometimes it takes me multiple attempts to launch my game, like it just crashes on launch. And I often have a strange audio bug that removes any sound the character makes, like footsteps, battle sounds, the character's voice in cutscenes, but the sounds of the world around me still work fine. And the only way that I can fix the bug is to close out of the game and relaunch. So yeah, I don't know if it's my issue or if it's the game issue, but this is my experience, so I'm gonna rate playability a 6 out of 10. Now, with all of that said, it's time for the overall score for Crimson Desert, which is an 8.5 out of 10. I would 100% recommend this game to anyone and everyone. I feel that this game covers so many niches that most gamers would be able to find their thing, whether that be boss fights, taming pets, exploring, completing all the puzzles and dungeons. There's fishing and farming, bounties, gambling, and I'll be honest, I actually didn't expect to like this game. I got it for the mounts and the exploration, but I have thoroughly enjoyed every aspect of Crimson Desert. So yeah, that's it. That's my review of Crimson Desert. Please, if I have missed anything, drop it down in the comments. It's great for the community to be able to hear other point of views. I'm planning on releasing a video of taming a wyvern sometime soon, so don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!